Hey Aquarius, welcome to your October 2020 reading. Welcome to Libra season. How does it feel to be in air for you guys? I can only imagine that it feels really amazing. The air sign videos so far, Gemini, Libra, and then now you, have flowed so well. So I hope that you guys feel really awesome. First card out, Three of Pentacles. Strength. Yeah, I feel like you guys are feeling really good. I think Three of Pentacles to me always reads as, oh, the Sun. Wow. The Three of Pentacles always comes across as like really fruitful and substantial collaboration. There's a good flow going on, I feel, with a few other people that you may be close to. This could be your family, this could be like classmates if you're in school, or if you're starting a business, like business partners or anything to that regard that you could be working with or having to collaborate with. There's a feeling of, even if it is family related, right, that you guys are working collectively towards something. The Three of Pentacles is setting a good foundation in place for something to be built upon. And with the Strength card and the Sun card, both being, representing Leo, your opposite sign. To me, whenever the opposite card shows up in a reading, it represents balance and reaching an equilibrium to a point to where you can embrace both sides of that light spectrum that you're on. And for you guys to tap through to the Strength and the Sun card, tap that other side of your energy. We have Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Whatever situations you've been in, whether it be work or interpersonal or anything that makes you feel like you're being productive and putting your energy to use in a way that feels like it's becoming tangible, even if you can't see it, even if it's the energetic weight of it, if it's something that you can feel, that you feel growing in substance, right? Keep doing it. Because the space that you're accessing through doing that type of work is allowing you to diversify your energy and balance yourself out in a way that, again, it's going on like behind the scenes. You don't even notice that it's happening. Just things are getting brighter. October is a really good month of restoring balance anyways. Libra season is really good at doing that. And it's really apparent that this month, this is in full swing. I feel like you've been feeling really balanced leading up to this. But October is a window for you to really channel this space within yourself. And, the Strength card is about being able to utilize your ego in a way that is strategic. It's not something that has rule over you. It's not something that has its own will. And if it does have its own will, you have to be the master over that. You're the driver, right? And that's a really empowering thing, because it's, when Leo does this, it's empowering because it's a big deal. That fire wants to burn either way. And so for Leo to get the upper hand over that part of them that wants to that's very animalistic, right? That's an accomplishment. But for you guys, this is like a tool on your tool belt in a very different way, because the strength card also means that when you need to utilize that ego, and when you need to set yourself apart from the crowd, and when you need to let your voice be heard a little bit louder than everybody else's in the group to get your point across, it's something that you can execute, and people have no choice but to listen, because the place it's coming from is from such a balanced space. What you are communicating, what you are speaking, and when you let that part of you come through, it's something that you intentionally let out when you feel it's needed. That in and of itself is really great, because you like what makes you feel, I feel like with the Sun card, what the Sun card is expressing is a feeling of just childlike innocence, and being able to let whatever it is you want to flow. And so implementing and utilizing your voice when needed is making you feel a type of youthful and like alive inside that's super stimulating, and it feels really good. And it's nice because you can do it knowing that it's not hurting anyone. Like it's just your nature. It's playing out on that other side of your spectrum, right? Nine of Pentacles. What all this is getting at is the space that you're in because of this this window that October is opening up for you is a place of like self-sufficiency and practical belief in yourself to get the thing done and be able to see it and hold it and touch it and execute it in a way that it's still out in the world, but it's still a piece of you, if that makes sense. Like these pentacles are out in the world. They don't, like, they're not thought forms still in her head. It's something outside of her, but it's still something in her possession that she can interact with in a different way now that it's outside of her head. Pentacle energy is like that practical, physical, tangible stuff around us, right? So it can be money, but it also is just a representation of what you have accumulated in this materialistic realm, right? So the Three of Pentacles into the Nine of Pentacles is really nice, because what you feel brewing in this natural camaraderie that's going on a smaller scale is only elevating your individuality more, right? You would think it would do the opposite. Like, I don't want to be too, like if I work with other people, then I'm just going to get stuck into working with these people all the time. No, not the case. If you work with people that flow really well and that you guys all give each other the space to move the way that you need to move, because it's the individuality of everybody involved that makes the operation work the way it does, right? And this could be family, right? It elevates your individuality even more, which is great. Okay, let's see. Let's keep shuffling. The Hierophant, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, the Hierophant, like what I said about it's elevating your level of individuality and your this is all moving you into a space where you can be even more independent, but even more self-sufficient, even more isolated if you want to be, right? When you want to be, but not any less abundant, right? The Hierophant is an elevation in your belief system of yourself, and it's elevating your self-confidence a little bit. You now know what you're capable of, not just contributing, but what you're capable of actually pulling in and cultivating. It's not just ideas floating around in the air anymore. It's actual physical things coming into your external realm that are literally like shifting the way that your brain perceives receiving. Like you're literally moving into a more abundant mindset, not just in a physical money way, but in a confidence way. Like with the Strength and the Sun card, it's just a lot of freedom to express those more abstract sides of your personality while still maintaining that integrity and poiseness that you love. Okay, sorry about that. So Ace of Wands. Around the Libra new moon on the 16th, I feel like you're going to be presented with an idea, with this like lightning strike of just energy, potential energy for you to do whatever you want with. But it's something that has spark to it. It's giving you an edge. It's going to bring illumination into the mix. Whatever it is that you've been working on and that's been accumulating, now around the new moon, you're going to have an opportunity to like strike the match. And it's going to be important to not get too caught up in, it's funny, it's a lesson for sure, but to not get lost in the material around you. What do I mean by this? I think that you've been accumulating a lot and you've been pulling in a lot, like we've been talking about with the Pentacle energy, right? And come the time of the new moon, when it's time to transmute this energy and like spark the match, you may feel and fear that some of the things that have accumulated that you love so much, that now add value, into your life, even if it's, again, not like material objects, even if it's just qualities within yourself that you feel are going to be compromised because of this. Again, it's like a lightning strike energy, like a strike of a match. So that idea, the idea of bringing in that new element, that fire element, which, make no mistake, like what I said with it being a test, like a lesson, your opposite energy is this fire energy. And so when fire enters the space, just don't lock up, don't freeze up, don't have the tendency to cling on to what it is that you've pulled in. Trust it, because it's taking you into a entirely new space, even more so than the space you've just entered recently, right? it's just like the Fool is an elevation, like a next step of the Nine of Pentacles card. The Nine of Pentacles is great, but you're going through a transmutation process where the Fool energy and this Ace of Wands energy is, I mean, Death and Ace of Cups, the last two. It's going to set you up for that next transformation, that next breaking down of what it is you have recently transformed, and being reborn into a completely new and improved version, new settings that are programmed based on this new space that you're entering. You're not pulling in any of the old with you. I think it's funny because for us fixed signs, you know, I'm a Scorpio, so I can feel this on some level. Us fixed signs sometimes need that introduction to change. Sometimes when we first implement something new in our life, it's just a placeholder to disrupt our current situation, so that way we could be ready for something even broader, right? It's almost like the universe knows that if we were to go straight from where we were to where, you know, we were headed, that it would be too abrupt of a change to where we wouldn't be able to handle, you know, the new stuff coming our way, the new situations, opportunities, right? Like, there's a fail-safe to the universe. Like, you're only going to get what it is what you can handle. The universe isn't going to give you more than what you can handle. And so the past month and this month of you elevating your self-esteem and your worth in yourself, and you seeing how your voice can travel differently, and how your power dynamic within yourself is shifting as well, those shifts are preparing you and disrupting your old programming, so that way you're open. You're already open to the changes that you've experienced, and because the changes have been positive and you've been able to experience firsthand how the changing of circumstances and elevating can be really beneficial for you, that belief in the process, because you've just gone through it, is what you're going to need to cling on to as you go through the jump off the cliff and the transition from ash into the phoenix again. And make no mistake, you are protected through it. The Ace of Cups is like eternal life, right? Eternal divine life energy in these cups. And so when that runs over you, you are able to transform and be made new again and have new life. Wash away the old. You know, water is very purifying. We know this. And so it may be scary, right, to do that. That's what the Four of Pentacles is all about. Like, it may be scary to the idea of leaving behind what you've just now tapped into, right? I get that. But what you just have tapped into was like the taste test of like the main course, which is coming. So just feel into it. Take that brightness and that confidence in yourself and use it to utilize that forceful, fiery energy that sits across from you to march into your new life. because it's all coming. You know, we're in the age of Aquarius now. Like, there's never been more of a time where your energy is what we all are feeling collectively. You guys are the trailblazers into the future. You know, that's what this energy is doing for us, and you guys are on a very fractal level, playing this transformation out in your own lives. And so this is no surprise to me. All right, I love you so much, Aquarius. I hope October is a really beautiful month that you can use to harness this confidence in yourself, and just lean into that confident, fiery energy that does live across from you, and that will help you jump off the cliff. Not even walk. Like, you know how gleefully, you see how gleefully he is taking his stride off that cliff? Like, that's the type of energy that you guys will hold, because you know what's waiting on the other side of that transformation, right? Run with no fear. I love you guys. See you next month.